Come on, that.
They say they wanna hear that raw shit. These niggas claiming that they bullshit. These niggas better move and coach shit. Cause if they make the wrong move, it coach shit. You see me, they like, ooh, keep on shopping. I'm on my way up and they ain't gon' stop it. They say they wanna hear that raw shit. Coming up, I'm about to bullshit. They see me, they like, ooh, keep on shopping. I'm on my body, real niggas right beside me. Damn right, I brought my army, going up like a rocket, and can't nobody stop me. These niggas garbage, so watch your mouth, boy. Coming all black, slithering house, call me mouth, boy. I'm off the hip like a cowboy. I'm a king, you should bow, boy. Shorty like that, man, you cut up. Nothing I can handle. 144 in the booth, going Rambo. Niggas do you dirty like a stick in a bando. That's why I play the corner like a bum with a banjo. I'ma lead by example. Ooh, keep on sobbing, got this bitch off the hand. Got this juice, got the drip, about to hit the bitch with the salt. It ain't rap, this is salt. Can't taste a bitch unless you with the coke. They say they wanna hear that raw shit. These niggas claiming that they bullshit. These niggas better move and coach shit. Cause if they make the wrong move, it coach shit.
One way, one way, one way, one way, one way.
Coming up on my bullshit.
I do it how a veteran be. You better than me. I'm Reggie at the edge of the key. It's all money, no honey. Think you settle and see. You locked up, fucked up, and it's back to the streets. It's One West. You can check the residency. I reside where soldiers died on the soles of their feet. Cause there's death before designer. Ain't no coward in me. Cause I'm cold as a bitch's shoulder. You ain't calling a week. Get the cooking on this beat. Hope you like it well done. Got them killers rolling with me and they all red rum, red rum, red rum. Got you fuckers scared some. Get the banging on this beat till my fucking head numb. Black Glock, red drum, black and yellow air ones. Homie, you ain't got a vest. I suggest you wear one.
Told these niggas we was going up. They was doing a lot of talking, now these niggas ain't saying shit.
Feeling like a legend in this shit, lil nigga, I'm past veteran. Never feeling third, lil nigga, I'm past second. Guns, I gotta have them all like Ash Ketchum. Shotty break a nigga ribs up like his wife left him. We all steppin', kill you with kindness cause I'm dead nice. That 5'7" put you 6 feet, not talking height. That judge giving out 5, but you doing life. These hands are rude GPS, a mean right. That's mean right, we build different, you know the vibes. And we stamped it authentic, we notarized. I keep a 144 because I know a cod. Noah's Ark, you know I'm with animals when we flowing by. We back again, no cap, when I'm with Cap again. Yeah, they say they want smoke until we matching them. Everything righteous, so you know when we get back at them, you get hit up with a K, but no acronym.
They say they wanna hear that raw shit. These niggas claiming that they bullshit. These niggas better move and coach shit. Cause if they make the wrong move, it coach shit. You see me, they like, ooh, keep on shopping. I'm on my way up and they ain't gon' stop it. They say they wanna hear that raw shit. Coming up, I'm about to bullshit.
One West till they bury me. I'm One West till they bury me. I'm One West till they bury me. I be One West to the death till they bury me. One West till they bury me. I'm One West till they bury me. I'm One West till they bury me. I be One West to the death till they bury me. I be One West to the death till they bury me. They ain't scaring me. Rip the soul out of Pharisee. Speaking heresy and get you fucked up apparently. It's like they daring me. I said chill, they ain't hearing me. They ain't listening. Every bar nitroglycerin. Hit your heart, bring it back to start, make you live again. Get them dividends or we start getting ignorant. I be on that soldier shit. I told you shit phenomenal. Nah, but he a domino. So what you suckers trying to do? Rhyming
comical. Guess it's funny until I'm bombing you. Bring apocalypse to them pussy niggas that's popping shit. Team of all-stars, I coach them up like I'm Popovich. Fuck the politics and the lobbyists and apologists. They vagina, so we gon' check them like gynecologists. It's kinda obvious how the situation is ominous. The way I vomit this and regurgitate for the audience. They start applauding this cause the competition is fraudulent. From the era where niggas smoke you up like a parliament. The flow been stupid, shit retarded. Since all the dominance, one West rising to prominence. Cause I be one West to the death till they bury me. I'm one West till they bury me. I be one West to the death till they bury me. I'm one West till they bury me. I be one West to the death till they bury me. I'm one West till they bury me. I be one West to the death till they bury me. I'm one West till they bury me. They want a nigga quiet, mute my maneuvers, but I ride like I got Groupons for Uber. Rhymes hard like they been viewed by Medusa. 9 milli Luger, 17 in the Ruger. Only need a few to sit up in your medulla. Obligata for the regatta, niggas wildin', they win every dollar. They riding by black Apollos, let the semi holler. The showstopper, been as proper since the teeny bopper. But now I'm growing them off Patron, a premium of vodka. I put extensions on the Glock, modified the chopper. The swore heavy, war ready, and that's worth the mama. No marijuana, say I got the loudest silence on it. When I'm up on it, ain't no rapper do it like I do it. A lot of spitties and writers, but when they heat's on, none of them can get to the fire. Around with me, and I had them niggas spin like a tire. Down the deep, and I'm still dope as a piper. Every bar burn hard like a spoon with a lighter. Fuel to igniter, I'm winning, coming through with the title because U.P.K. I be one West to the death till they bury me. I'm one West till they bury me. I be one West to the death till they bury me. I'm one West till they bury me. I be one West to the death till they bury me. I'm one West till they bury me. I be one West to the death till they bury me. I'm one West till they bury me.
Yeah, on 44 shit, you know what I mean? Busy man. Look, when that shit drop, you step all the way on their neck, step on their neck and they head with that shit.
Fine in, I ain't show no mercy, we gon' show them boy what time it is. I pop out like I'm Samuel, I got time to kill. Haters thought I died, I survived. They don't know how I did it, got it out the mud, straight to glory. They don't know how I feel, he nice but he don't show them skills, how I show them skills. He ride but he don't work the wheel, how I work the wheel. They mad, I'm too solid, circle tight, yeah, vacuum seal. No, they want my life, I ain't worried, I got rank for real. I got real soldiers, kill for me, nigga, watch yourself. They say you been in beast mode lately, you is not yourself. When you dropping that fire, precious marriage, they inquiring. They can't stop what's coming, but I see them conspiring. Cross the line, them firing. This bitch here, finna break the spin. No kindness, I don't trust you, circle small. You can keep your features. Me and my niggas don't keep no secrets. In the field like Jeepers Creepers, say they want some smoke, dawg. So I brought these chimney sweeps. Coming like we coming, you can't even cap. These niggas don't run it like we running, bitch, don't even start. Bitch, I'm with my niggas till the end, till death do us part. So if you wanna leave, you can leave, bitch, bless your heart. Fine in, I ain't show no mercy, we gon' show them boy what time it is. I pop out like I'm Samuel, I got time to kill. Haters thought I died, I survived. They don't know how I did it, got it out the mud, straight to glory. They don't know how I feel, he nice but he don't show them skills, how I show them skills. He ride but he don't work the wheel, how I work the wheel. Ooh, I got a man, circle tight, yeah, vacuum seal. I heard they want my life, I ain't worried, I got rate for real. Take over in effect, yeah, I'm fully focused. You might not see it on me, just know it's women, that bitch fully loaded. Ooh, yeah, we up and rolling. Told them I need major motion. Think I'm joking, I'ma school them niggas like they baby Jody. Got it out the dust, now I'm too clean, don't know why they hate me. What you want out life, dawg? Guns and butter, baby boy. U.P.K. top, dawg. Certified road runner. I'ma turn that econ line van to a damn tank. I got choppers stashed in the attic like they Anne Frank. They had that shit on lock till I snapped on them like bolt cutters. You cannot play both sides, gotta choose your colors. See, I'm throwing bitch, we ready. It ain't hard to find us. Hawk, I keep that stick locked, loaded, boy, he'll fade you line up. Young nigga name is Slayer. What you think, boy, you be done to try. South Coast shit, we bout it. UPK, shoot solid. Little bitch think I'm crazy, think I'm playing like bitch, I ain't the one. Warfare every day, so who is you, bitch? I don't need your love. Killers right round the way. What you think? I love this brotherhood. Hood. More than you, bitch. Sharp on shit, I'm bout it. UPK, shoot solid. Fuck nigga don't want war. It ain't enough clips in your army. All the bitches wanna take my piece. All they hoes wanna take my piece. All they niggas wanna take my piece. No, I can't let a dog take it from me. I can't let a dog take it from me. You a hoe study and you dummy. And these bitches really out this bitch walking around like they don't know nothing. And a lame nigga fall for them and get set up for the coins and get gunned down, man down. Shoulda took the time, get a damn no. But I see the shawty and I show her. She could never get a piece hold. Get a dirt ass, rust ass neck bitch with a fake ass jewelry. In Tennessee while I'm touring. It's a Tennessee, but she luring. And a sucker duck bitch ass boy fuck nigga over that bit mugger. I say, if that nigga won't walk, bitch, we ready. It ain't hard to find us. Hawk, I keep that stick locked, loaded, boy, he'll fade you line up. Young nigga name is Slayer. What you think, boy, you be done to try. South Coast shit, we bout it. UPK, shoot solid. Little bitch think I'm crazy, think I'm playing like bitch, I ain't the one. Warfare every day, so who is you, bitch? I don't need your love. Killers right round the way. What you think? I love this brotherhood. Hood. More than you, bitch. You a lame nigga down to me. Eat candy, but I'm sucker free. You a little nigga, ain't none of me. Base up, boy, I fit a beat. Yeah, AR-223. Draco with a magazine. Yeah, the clip run like limousine. I shoot your ass in the spleen. Boy, I bust your ass in the temple. We debating, why the temple? Tell the truth, boy, you's a victim. And you're scoring off like a lizard. Nigga walk down my road. Why does nigga come down my road? Boy, come down my road. Boy, I charge your ass toll fee. I'm a real big priest, nigga. UPK play for keys, nigga. Command the general get a damn order, but ain't nothing me to damn kill you. I was stalking his ass like a cat. All weapons, boys full of tech. Boy, like a close comeback. Nigga got popped off for a neck. If that nigga won't walk, bitch, we ready. It ain't hard to find us. Hawk, I keep that stick locked, loaded, boy, he'll fade you line up. Young nigga name is Slayer. What you think, boy, you be done to try. South Coast shit, we bout it. UPK, shoot solid. Little bitch think I'm crazy, think I'm playing like bitch, I ain't the one. Warfare every day, so who is you, bitch? I don't need your love. Killers right round the way. What you think? I love this brotherhood. Hood. More than you, bitch.
Christ said, 7 women gonna be on one nigga in the end time. Nigga, fuck wrong with you, boy. Stressed by that damn hoe ass bitch. Fake ass nigga, too. Dumb ass motherfucker. Fuck you.
Yeah, you know what it is. 140 for the rapper, busy man, shit, nigga. They tear their head over, nigga.
Right where Eve did to Adam, I just pray my love don't lie to me. Swing the iron like Samson, I can't let no hoe to lie to me. I don't feel these rappers, all they lies is hypocrisy. Ain't no competition, ain't no rivalry. Niggas think I'm playing, I don't hear one word they saying, this shit light work. Think Muhammad one of us, he might lose his life first. Suckle up and stay alert. Another cop just stretch the nigga. He ain't demon, it's an exorcism. Watch I bless the nigga. You took that oath in blood, then you know I'm gon' get active with you. From the opposition, I see vision. Let me paint the picture. Rappers claim they spin, I ain't listening. Is in fact the fear. If revenge was a woman, now I scope that bitch like Jack the Tower War. We gon' run the summer. It's gon' be historical. Thought they making plays, made them niggas call the audible.
Hey.
Right. Clap it up, clap it up. All right. You ready to start Sabbath service? I'm in Charles. Thanks, Reggie.
Young man Charles, Ban Ban Yamyan, Ban Yasharala.
Young man Charles, Banyam Yamyan, Banyam Shalom.
Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shabarakatham.
Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shabbat.
La Yasharala.
Israel, imagine. You stand. On top of them, he's the face of the east. So, this Lord's Prayer in the Hebrew. Abanawa. Shabbat Shemayim.
Shabbat Shemayim.
Wadash.
Wadash.
Ayah.
Ayah.
I.S.U.P.K.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Malakuka.
Taba'ah.
Ratazayaka.
Ayah.
Ayah.
Aisha.
Aisha.
Kawah.
Kawah.
Ayah.
Mashamayim.
Ladan.
Manawa.
Ladan.
Ladan.
Cow.
Yawam.
Wasalaknawa.
Kabawaknawa.
Kabawaknawa.
Kabawaknawa. Wala'ah. Tabayanawa. Banasaya 1. The ball. Abashayanawa. Mayan. Rai. Ayah. Lakah. Amalakwa. Wahala. Wathapara.
I will love you.
Aman.
This Lord's Prayer in English. Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come. Thy will be done. In earth. As it is in heaven. Give us this day. Our daily bread. Give us our debts. As we forgive our debts. Lead us not into temptation. But deliver us from evil. Thine is the kingdom. And the power. And the glory. Forever. So be it. This prayer for the power in the Hebrew. Yahweh. Ba'ashim. Yahushai. Babakashah. The thunder. Akak. Lara'ah. Ka'makala. Ka'madawa. Akak. Latahar. Amatazarayim. Akak. Akakwim. Amathiel. Akak. Arakawa. Atamala. Agarashan. Ba'ashim. Yahushai. The water. Aman. It's the power in English. Yahweh. In the name of Yahushai. Please give us the power. The power to heal all manner of sickness. All manner of disease. The power to cleanse the leper. The power to raise the dead. The power against unclean spirits. Cast them out. In the name of Yahushai. Thank you. So be it. This is a prayer to bless Israel in the Hebrew. Yahweh. Ba'ashim. Yahushai. Ruachnawa. Ayah. Saparium. Ba'ashim. Yahushai. The water. Aman. This is to bless Israel in the English. Yahweh. In the name of Yahushai. Bless us and Israel and the school. In the name of Yahushai. Thank you. So be it. This is Psalms 121 in the Hebrew. Asha'ah. Ayanya. Al-Hahari. Ayan. Yawa'ah. Azariah. Ain. Yahweh. Aisha. Shemayim. Wa'arataza. Al-Yatan. Alamawat. Ogaraka. Al-Yadawam. Shamaraka. Ana. La'ah. Yadawam. Wala'ah. Yahishun. Sharamar. Yasha'ala. Yahweh. Shamaraka. Yahweh. Tazalka. Aliyah. Yamyunka. Yahawam. Hashamash. La'ah. Yakaka. Wayarak. Yahweh. Yashamarka. Makaurai. Yashamar. Apnapashka. Yahweh. Yashamar. Dazanka. Wawa'aka. Mayatha. I will love. This is Psalms 121 in the English. I will lift up my eyes into the hills. From which cometh my help. My help cometh from Yahweh. Which made heaven and earth. You will not suffer thy foot to be moved. He that keepeth thee will not slumber. Behold, he that keepeth Israel shall neither slumber nor sleep. Yahweh is thy keeper. Yahweh is thy shade upon thy right hand. The sun shall not smite thee by day. Nor the moon by by night.
nor the moon by night.
Yahweh shall preserve thee from all evil.
Yahweh shall preserve thee from all
He
evil.
shall preserve thy soul.
He shall preserve thy soul.
Yahweh shall preserve thy going out.
Yahweh shall preserve thy going out
And thy coming in.
and thy coming in.
From this time forth.
From this time forth.
Even forevermore.
Even forevermore.
This is Psalms 83 in the Hebrew. Alahayim.
Alahayim.
Al-Tamayalaka.
Al-Tamayalaka.
Al-Takarash.
Al-Takarash.
Al-Tasquat.
Al-Tasquat.
Al.
Al.
Yahanna.
Yahanna.
Al-Yabika.
Al-Yabika.
Al-Yawan.
Yahawayawan.
Ra'ash.
Ra'ash.
Al-Aimaka.
Al-Amyaka.
Ira Yamwa.
Ira Yamwa.
Sawadah.
Sawadah.
Wayatah.
Wayatah.
Ya'ai-Tazawa.
Ya'ai-Tazawa.
Al-Tazabawanyaka.
Al-Tazabawanyaka.
Marwa.
Marwa.
Lakawa.
Lakawa.
Wanakakinam.
Wanakakinam.
Agaria.
Agaria.
Wala'ai-Yashikar.
Wala'ai-Yashikar.
Sham Yasha'al.
Sham Yasha'al.
Awadai.
Awadai.
Hayat.
Hayat.
Wa'ai-Tazawa.
Wa'ai-Tazawa.
Laba.
Laba.
Yakadwa.
Yakadwa.
Auyaka.
Auyaka.
Barya.
Barya.
Yarkawa.
Yarakawa.
Alahaya.
Alahaya.
Alahaya. Adawam.
Adawam.
Wayashama Aliyam.
Wayashamalim.
Awa'aba.
Mawa'aba.
Wahagariam.
Wahagariam.
Gabal.
Gabal.
Wa'amawam.
Wa'amawam.
Wa'amalak.
Wa'amalak.
Falashab.
Falashab.
I'm Yashabya.
I'm Yashabya.
Tazawar.
Tazawar.
Gum Ashawar.
Gum Ashawar.
Alawa.
Lawa.
Imam.
Imam.
Ayawa.
Ayawa.
Zerawai.
Zerawai.
Labayan Lawat.
Labayan Lawat.
Salah.
Selah.
Aishalaham.
Aishalaham.
Amadyam.
Amadyam.
Kasaga Sara'ah.
Kasaga Sara'ah.
Kayabya.
Kayabya.
Banakal.
Banakal.
Koyashwan.
Koyashwan.
Ashamadwa.
Yashamadwa.
Ayan Derara.
Ayan Derara.
Ayawa.
Ayawa.
Taman.
Taman.
Ladama.
Ladama.
Shayatamwa.
Shayatamwa.
Naliyamawa.
Naliyamawa.
Karab.
Karab.
Mukazabak.
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 Mukazalmanai.
Mukazalmanai.
How Nasiyakamwa.
How Nasiyakamwa.
Ashar.
Ashar.
Marwa.
Marwa.
Nayarusha.
Nayarusha.
Alawa.
Yalawa.
Yawa.
Yawa.
Alahayim.
Alahayim.
Alahaya.
Alahaya.
Shayatamwa.
Shayatamwa.
Gagala.
Gagala.
Kakwash.
Kakwash.
Lapaya Rakak. Lapaya Rakwaka. Ka'ash.
Ka'ash.
Aba'ara Ya'ira.
Aba'ara Ya'ira.
Wakalaba.
Wakalaba.
Lalahat.
Lahat.
Hariyam.
Hariyam.
Khan.
Khan.
Baradapma.
Baradapma.
Kasa'irika.
Kasa'irika.
Wabasabu Papka.
Wabasabu Papka.
Tahabalam.
Tahabalam.
Mala'at.
Mala'at.
Bayaham.
Bayaham.
Palawan.
Palawan.
Bayabakashwa.
Bayabakashwa.
Shimka.
Shimka.
Yahawa.
Yahawa.
Bashwa.
Bashwa.
Bayabahawa.
Yahawa.
Ayai.
Ayai.
Bayakaparwa.
Bayakapara.
Bayabadwa.
Bayabadwa.
Bayadawa.
Bayadawa.
Kaya Atha.
Kaya Atha.
Shimka.
Shimka.
Yahawa.
Yahawa.
Baka.
Baka.
Ayawan.
Ayawan.
Ataha Aratza.
Ataha Aratza.
Psalms 83 in English. Keep not thy silence, O Yahweh.
Keep not thy silence, O Yahweh.
Hold not thy peace.
Hold not thy peace.
And be not still.
And be not still.
O Yahweh.
O Yahweh.
For lo,
lo,
the enemies make a tumult.
The enemies make a tumult.
And they that hated thee,
And they that hated thee,
have lifted up thy head.
have lifted up their head.
They have taken crafty counsel.
They have taken crafty counsel.
Against thy people.
Against thy
And
people.
consulted.
And consulted.
Against thy hidden one.
Against thy
And
hidden
they have
one.
said,
They have said,
Come.
Come.
Let us cut them off.
Let us cut them off.
From being a nation.
From being a nation.
The name of Israel.
The name of Israel.
There be no more remembrance.
There be no more remembrance.
Let's consult together.
They have consulted together.
With one consent.
With one consent.
They have confederate against thee.
They have confederate against
The tabernacles of Edom.
The tabernacles of Edom.
And the Israelites.
And the Israelites.
Of Moab.
Of Moab.
Hagarim.
The Hagarim.
Gabal.
Gabal.
And Ammon.
And Ammon.
And Amalek.
And Amalek.
The Philistines.
The Philistines.
The inhabitants of Tyre.
The inhabitants of Tyre.
Assured.
Assured.
Also joined with them.
Also joined with
They have hope in the children of life.
They have hope in the children of
Selah.
life. Selah.
Do unto them.
Do unto them.
As unto the Midianites.
As unto the Midianites.
As to Sisera.
As to Sisera.
As to Jabin.
As to Jabin.
Like the brook of Kishon.
And the brook of Kishon.
Prayers that endure.
Prayers that endure.
Because it's done for the earth.
They became a dung for the earth.
Make the nobles like a red.
Make the nobles like a red.
And Zaid.
And Zaid.
Yea.
Yea.
All the princes of Zabah.
All the princes of Sabbath.
Zamuna.
And Zamuna.
Who said,
said,
let us take to ourselves.
Let us take to
the
ourselves
house of Yahweh.
the house of Yahweh.
Possession.
In possession.
Oh my power.
Oh my power.
Make them like a wheel.
Make them like a wheel.
And they stumble before the
And they
wind.
stumble before the
As
wind.
the fire burns the wood.
As the fire burns the
And
wood.
the flame set the mountains on fire.
And the flame set the mountains on
To
fire.
persecute them.
To persecute them.
With thy tempest.
With thy tempest.
Make them afraid.
And make them afraid.
With thy storm.
With thy storm.
Fill their faces with shame.
Fill their faces with shame.
Seek the name.
That they be seek thy
Oh
name.
Yahweh.
Oh Yahweh.
Let them be confounded.
Let them be confounded.
And troubled.
And troubled.
Forever.
Let me put the strand.
And perish.
And perish.
That men may know.
That men may know.
That thou.
That thou.
His name alone.
His name alone.
Is Yahweh.
Is Yahweh.
Are the Most High.
Are the Most High.
Of all the earth.
Of all the earth.
Charge. It's a turn. Shabi means be seated. Wrap it up. All right, most high Christ. Keep it going. Keep it clapping. Keep it clapping. You know what I'm saying? Man. Hey, welcome to the Sabbath service. You followed up by, yeah, we're smoked up, baby. Hey, welcome to the Sabbath service. I'm Officer 1000 Akaz. To my far right, we got the brother Hadar Mark, Officer 500. This mighty man in the middle is our young man Charles. Clap it up for him. Again, welcome to the Sabbath service to the young men. Hey, welcome. The water for showing up for the Sabbath service. Sisters, hey, so like you showing up, you always show up like you always do the Sabbath service. Most high Christ. Children, man, children running around. Hey, you know what, Dar? I don't know if you've got peripheral visions. Watch the children. As we start the day going, as we start the prayers, you see the hands go up like this. All the children, the hands go up like this. And that's this Most High Christ, you understand? Right. I'll see you saying the prayers with us, you understand? So we're gonna rock out. This is, how would say it? Sabbath service, late night. Early morning. It's like early morning or late night. It'd be equivalent to like 12 o'clock. You know what I'm saying? So like midnight. Right. See, normally your Sabbath service will go in the morning. This time it's going late because why are we doing this now? Because we all are getting ready to prepare for the Lord's 54th annual Passover. You understand? So we get ready. You know what I'm saying? And it's hosted by Commander General Yahanna. If you're Black, Hispanic, and Native Indian, no matter if you're in the school or outside the school, you are welcome to the Passover. All the Israelite groups out there, you are welcome to our Passover. You understand? Right. Even though you're not welcome to yours, but we don't go anyway. However, you are welcome to the Passover of the I.S.U.P.K. under Commander Yahanna. That's it. So that being said, a couple things I want to get out the way to remind you, brothers and sisters, to do before we leave your Passover. Right? I know our minds get ready, everybody backing, but don't forget, the Feast of Unleavened Bread is going directly after the Passover. April 1st is the Passover. April 2nd, immediately we've done the Passover, we go right into the Feast of Unleavened Bread. So what I encourage brothers and sisters to do is get all the leaven out of your house. Get it all out your house. That way, you'll be in good standards with the Lord, and you won't forget to take it out when you get back. Everything will be good and ready. Also, a few tips before you leave. Pay all your bills if you can. Pay all your bills before you go. If you gotta leave, if you got multiple cars, fill them up with gas tank before you leave out. Before you fly on the plane, whatever case may back. Maybe, and if you got cash, just leave $100 back. Trust me, you're gonna be like, because when you get this Passover, right? You got so many vendors out there. You're gonna want to patronize. Right. You're gonna want to go and spend that money and this and that, and you can go literally broke at Passover. The garments you're gonna see, the what do you got? The necklaces you're gonna see, dresses.
So like I said, you're gonna have garments. Yeah. The sisters are gonna be wearing beautiful gowns. Understand? There's gonna be books will be sold. Understand? Oils will be sold. Candles by Yahanna. You got one of those nice sisters here. Candle bar. We'll be selling candles. Yeah. Understand? And many more. We also notably we have
what's that, man? Put some candles by Yahanna.
Oh, absolutely, sir. Yahanna's candle bar in the building.
That's right.
Understand? Most High in Christ for that. But also, we have notably the Quam's Health and Wellness as well. Captain Zarias,
of course, the oil.
And there's many more.
I ain't heard you got sea moss going on. People selling sea moss right now. Wow. You got. Tell them, anything you got in the world, right? Israel has got it for you at this Passover. Right. Not to mention, you're gonna have all types of events. You got the tours going on, right? With the what's that tour? Black Wall Street tour.
Wall Street tour.
And the Stagville Plantation. You got the kids. I think for the kids, they go into go karts. Right. You got the slaughter of the lambs. Right. Man, look, you do not want to miss this Passover. Right. I don't care what it takes. I'm sure that the Passover demon is hitting everybody. It's hitting me too. Right. But you're gonna push through that. That's right. Push through that and get to this Passover. If you've never been there, it's your first Passover. You're going to be amazed at what you see.
Absolutely.
You're going to be amazed at what you see. The brotherhood is exceptional. You're going to lose things, you're going to get it back. You're not gonna see brothers arguing and fighting.
That's right.
You're gonna see nothing but pure brotherhood and pure sisterhood. You understand? So, and of course, you know, we did the Sabbath service. And you guys eat. If you're hungry, you get the sister got prepared food. Well, we got some pizza back there, some food, lawful pizza, of course. Gotta go ahead and knock yourself out because we might be here for a little while tonight. You understand? And it's a little hot in here, so.
Like I said, enjoy leavened bread before Passover.
You know what? This is the last Sabbath service of this year, of 2022.
Turn up.
You know what I'm saying? This is the last Sabbath service. So we got food, we got drinks, we got the brothers, we got the sisters, we got the children. We all in the building. So we are going to enjoy what the Lord has given us. The Lord said, 6 days he done everything. He built all the world. 6 days he established his throne upon his earth. Right. Established all the fish, the water, all you see before you on 6 days. On the 7th day he took a rest. He rests. And what I mean by rest, took a day off. So if you guys have slavery and you're able to get down here to 3353 Glenwood Road, get down here.
That's right.
You understand? And going forward, if you can actually get to the Sabbath service going forward, get to that Sabbath service, man. Right. Whatever zone you at, whether you be in Florida, whether you be in North Carolina, Texas, whatever you are close to, there is a I.S.U.P.K nearby you. That's right. Get down to that school and get to the Sabbath service. Give the Lord his day. Right. He gave you 6 to work for your oppressor and to do whatever you want in the world. On the 7th day, have reverence for the Lord. Right. You say you love God. What's on? You love God. I love God. Whatever that. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Y'all know that song. Y'all know. Oh, come on, young man. You know this. I guess I'm by myself. Anyway, if you love the Lord, you should reverence him. You should be in the Sabbath service, right? So, without further ado, you're going to hear various things here in the Hebrew. We're going to be speaking Hebrew. We're going to be at Deuteronomy 25, start at verse 1. And the brother's going to read the Lashon Kodash. And if you was here earlier, you would have heard Officer Hadar going over all the 12 tribes in Lashon Kodash, explaining to you the Hebrew, the ancient Hebrew, the Paleo Hebrew. He was explaining it all to you, write it down. I mean, that's the class. I mean, if you don't know these types of things, you're going to be fascinated by it. I was fascinated by it when I first came and started learning how to do, Yahweh and all these. I mean, it was great. Judah, Issachar, Ephraim, to learn what it means and who they are and the tribes. It was fascinating to me, and I still, when I hear the breakdowns of it, and I see it written, I still get excited. So on Fridays, today was Friday, so make yourself down here as well and learn that Lashon Kodash. But this is what you're going to hear in results of what you've been learning. You're going to hear the brother read first 7 verses in Lashon Kodash. So follow along. So if you have your Bibles, go ahead and turn to Deuteronomy 25, verse 1, and the brother's going to read the first 7 in the Hebrew, and we'll come back and explain it. If you have any questions, just go ahead and raise your hand, say Shalakia, and we'll call on you. If you're on social media, if you're on Facebook, if you're on TikTok, if you're on, what's the other one? YouTube, be sure to like the page. And also, if you got any questions, feel free to put in the chat, and we'll answer the questions. All right, without further ado, we're going to go ahead and get this rocking. Let's go ahead, bro.
Khan. This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 25 and verse 1 in the Hebrew. Kaya, Yahaya, Rayab, Bayan, Anashim, Wa Nagashwa, Al, Mashapat, Wa Shapat Wam, Hatazadayakwa, Hazadakwa, Hatazadayak, Harash Yaiwa, Arashai. Verse 2, Wahaya, Ban, Ha-Kawaf, Ha-Rashai, Wahab Yalawa, Wahab Yalwa, Ha-Shapat, Kahawa, Lapanyawa, Kadia, Rasha'aithwa. Rasha'aithwa. Ba Salakia. Ba matapar. Verse Ba masapar. Salakia. Verse 3. Arabayim. Aknoah. Yaknoah. Oh, Salakia. Yakanwa. La'ah. Yasayak. Salakia. Pan. Yasayak. Lahakafwa. Lahakatawa. Allah. Salakia. Makaha. Makah. Rabah. Salakia. Nakwala. Salakia. Akyaka. Yana Salakia. Nayak. Sa, verse 4. Thakasam. Shawar. Salakia. Bada Yashua. Sa, verse 5. Kaya. Yashabawa. Yashabwa. Akim. Yakadwa. Wamath. Akkad. Maham. Nathan. Salakia. Waban. Awan. Ayan. Lawa. La'a. Tahaya. Ashath. Hamath. Salakia. Salakia. Kawataza. La Ayash. Zar. Yabam. Salakia. Yabama. Yaba'a. Ilya. Walakwaka. Lawa. La Asha. Yabam. Salakia. Yabamha. Salakia. Verse 6. Wahaya. Habakwar. Ashar. Thalad. Salakia. Yaquam. Salakia. Sham. Yawa. Hamath. Salakia. Wala'a. Yamaka. Shamwa. Maya. Salakia. Maya Sharala. Verse 7. Last verse. Wa'am. La'a. Yakapataza. Salakia. Ayash. La Kwaka. La Kwaktha. Salakia. Yabamahwa. Wa'iltha. Yabamahwa. Hasha'ira. Hazakwanya. Amara. Ayan. Salakia. Maya. Yabamya. Salakia. Hakwam. Hakayawa. Akyawa. Sham. Yasharala. La'a. Abba. Yabamya.
Clap up for me. Say real, there's a lot of hard words in this. You got it right, brother. You got it right. All right, man. I'm just excited, man. Passover coming, brother.
Passover is
Passover's coming.
Passover
Understand?
is neat.
I know all your sisters are already ready, packed up, or you give them. Who are ready for? Who's packed up already? That's why we having this Sabbath service right now early, so we can all get ready for the weekend, get packed up.
Right. God, out of my
Oh,
God.
man, that's what it is. But I'm excited, man. See all the brothers again, man. See our brothers over there from Jamaica, up from the UK, from all the places, man, that you haven't seen since the pandemic, right?
They were there last year.
Was it last year or something?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, but it was surprising. It was amazing that they made it out.
It's going down, man. So I can't. But anyway, we're gonna read the next 7 verses in the English, and we'll come back to explain it to you. All right. Go ahead, be good.
Khan Adawan Khan. This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 25 and verse 1 in the English. If there be a controversy between men, and they come unto judgment, that the judges may judge them, then they shall justify the righteous and condemn the wicked.
Here we go. We actually coming back into the nation. There's rules and laws that we live by. You understand? You gotta understand, Israel is not a religion. Being an Israelite is not a religion. On the contrary, most people think, oh, it's a religion. It's not a religion. Because right now, the religious people are out there right now. You got the Christians right now. You got Ramadan going for the Muslims. Right now, they go through the whole Ramadan period. And the thing about the Muslims is this: anybody can be a Muslim. Anyone can be converted to a Muslim. Right. You can be whatever from whatever country you want to be from and convert to Muslim, and you're good to go. Right. The greatest thing about being Israelite is by bloodline descent. Right. Blacks, Hispanics, Native Indians, we come from the direct line of our father, the 12 tribes of Israel. That's right. Those are who we coming from. You understand? So that no one can come into this. I mean, I don't know about you, but it makes me feel happy that no one can just come in and bombard their way and take what's rightfully ours. Right. That's right. You understand? This is ours that we have to hold on to. And right now, we don't have a culture. We don't have anything. It's been stolen from us. But to give it back to you, and now we have a culture that we can derive from and live from, have rules to go by. Now we've been set apart. Now that's what you call holy, to be set aside, to be set apart. We're different than anybody else out there. We're not like a Muslim. We're not like a daggone Buddhist. We're not any of them people. Matter of fact, all those religions have their own God. And they want to take you as a Black, Hispanic, Native Indian and mix you amongst those gods. Only problem is that God don't look like you. Buddha, they God look like them. All the Asian people, they God look like them. Shiva, it looks like them. Your oppressor got a God they call Jesus. They look like him. Same complexion, blue eyes, long hair, flowing, whatever the case may be, looks like them. But they want you to be joined to them. And that's not what we do in I.S.U.P.K, under command of Yahanna. We are bloodline descendant. You understand? We have laws. And what you're seeing right now in Deuteronomy 25, you're going to see a bunch of laws that we still uphold to this day. And a lot of the laws that you see, your oppressors took it from this Bible. And which is now verse 1, it says, if they have a controversy, that means if they have a fight. What the witness is, it's a fight going on right now. 2 men are fighting. What do we call that thing? Salt. They're assaulting one another. It's assault. You got to read between lines. You got to read between these things. It's assault. It's happening right now. If there be any controversy between men, if they come into the judgment, and the judges may judge them. Now you've both been hit with a simple assault charge. Whatever the case may be, y'all out there fighting. If me and this brother got to fight right now, which we don't because we I.S.U.P.K commit, but we're gonna think outside the box today. Right. We got to fight right now, and the cops come, they may take both of us to jail, and now we got to stand in front of the judge, and we get judged. That's what you say, bro.
I was trying to slack if I may. I don't want to try to ask you.
Oh no, we too wild. I'm too wild. Too wild anyway, bro. So that's what you witnessed. You witnessed 2 brothers get into a fight. It's a brawl. Now they stand in front of the judge, and they said the righteous should be judged and condemn the wicked. They'll sit there and figure out what was going on, who started it, who committed the crime, who hit who first. It goes from the judge, and they get rightfully divided. That's how we do it in Israel. All right, keep going, brother.
Khan Adawan Khan, verse 2. And it shall be, if the wicked man be worthy to be beaten, that the judge shall cause him to lie down and to be beaten before his face, according to his fault, by a certain number.
If God was wicked, he's the one that's going to be judged, and whatever the process was, whatever the judgment comes down, at this point it's saying he should be beaten. You understand? You should be beat. Yeah, I know y'all like, dang, you gonna get whipped? You gonna be beat? Yeah, Lord said chastise. You know what I'm saying? Right. You got to chastise our children. You're gonna get beat. So if that's what it is, then you might lie down and take these whippings. Right. You know, like your mama said, hey, lay down and take these lickings. You gonna get it. And that's what happened right here. These men, the men that are found guilty, you can be charged and take these particular licks. Keep reading.
Khan, verse 3. 40 stripes.
How many?
40 stripes.
40 strikes. That's what it is. If it calls for 40 strikes, you get them. If it calls for 10 strikes, you get it. Whatever that law, the judgment calls for, whatever crime you've done, you're going to take it. Translate to the day, whatever your sentence is. Whatever the judge seems that you're going to get 2 years in prison, 5 years in prison, whether it be on probation, whatever the case may be, that's what you get it.
Right.
Lay down and take your punishment. As you always say, if you could do the crime, you're going to do the time.
That's right.
And that's what we say here also. In these scriptures, whatever those judge you and whatever the sentence is, it must be carried out. And at this particular time, it says 40 licks. That's what it is. Okay?
Khan. 40 stripes he may give him and not exceed, lest he should exceed and beat him above these with many stripes. Then thy brother should seem vile unto thee.
Now, that's a twist right there. Whatever he gives you, whatever punishment he gives you, don't exceed that.
Right.
Don't do more than what you're supposed to do. That's the problem we have right here in America, in the president's country, in the world that we live in. They exceed the punishment. That's what they've done to us as Israelites. They exceeded every punishment that we've gotten. Brothers getting locked up many, many years for simple crimes. We understand that marijuana, most of us understand that, selling drugs is a horrible thing. But in the Bible, it says you should be counted as a witch. So in Esau's world, you sell it, a dime bag, you're going to get sentenced for it.
Right.
But don't you know, a dime bag, they'll give you 20 years of life for that? They exceed the punishments. You jaywalk, instead of getting a ticket, they will then lock you up and throw you in jail just for jaywalking.
Right.
That's exceeding the punishments.
Right.
And that's what Israelites go through to this day. Whatever punishment we stand in front of the judgment and get, they're not being fair with us. They're not judging us with the righteous judgment. They're not doing that. They got one set of laws for Israelites and one set of laws for them. And that's what it's like. Right. They exceed all the punishment and all the judgments on us is high. But the Lord, sometimes we have to look at ourselves because that's our own fault. Right. Because we are disobeying all the Lord's words and what He told us to do. We're being disobedient children. And the Lord is going to punish us. So the way you're moving into this society, the world that you're living in right now, if you're in opposite of the Lord, you're going to get what the judgment of what Esau's order is going to give you. Right. And it might exceed those punishments. But whose fault is that? Right. That's your fault. Now, Esau has a part to play because they're not rightfully judging us. But you're going to get that judgment that they have. This is your oppressor's world. Right. You got to play by their rules. Right. So the best thing to do is don't play by their rules. Play by the Lord's rules. That's right. Because when you play by the Lord's rules, you stay out of their judgment. Right. You stay out of their system. Don't get into their system, man. That's the best way you can actually be sure that you'll be treated fairly is to stay out of their system. Right. So if you're selling dope, committing crimes, you're stealing from among people, you're going to be subject to whatever Esau lays down, whatever rules he are. So it behooves you to just follow his laws, statutes, commandments, and do what the Most High God asks you to do. Right. He commands you to do these things. If you do not do what the Lord commands you to do, you will fall in the hands of the oppressor. And then, as we say, the Lord be with you. And He won't be because you disobeyed Him. Right. He may have mercy on you. He may not. So your judgment won't be only just prison time, probation time. It just may be death. Right. The Lord might just kill you where you stand. Right. And now you leave your family. You leave your children fatherless or motherless. You leave your motherless childless. So it's not good for anybody. Right. Even to take you away and put you in jail for many, many years for prison, you're just not the only one doing the time. Your family is doing that time with you. Your children are doing that time with you. So stay out of Esau's system. You understand? All right, keep going.
Khan, Salaki, sir. Verse 4. Thou shalt not.
Salaki, I'm sorry. Let me go back. Okay. It says, if he sees that, it may seem vile. Right. Okay. Vile means disgusting. It means it's absurd. That brother not gonna see you as a brother because you got to remember, this is Israel. This is a brother doing this to another brother. Right. And if you exceed the punishment, what the judgment told you to do, you exceed it, that brother may hate you. He may hate you. You understand? Right. So it looks vile. It's not a good look. And things can go out of hand. but this is your brother. No respect. He's gonna look at you as a vile brother because you went way above what you're supposed to have done. Don't do that to your brothers. If your brother give you $50, don't charge him $80 to get it back. If your brother give you $50, he borrowed 50, give him back 50. That's it. That's all. Don't exceed that.
Right.
You understand? So this is what we're talking about. Laws that we have to live by. If you live by these laws, we will become a close-knit community. The brothers and sisters will be tight if we follow these laws. You already see what happens when you don't follow laws. It's madness outside. It's madness.
Right.
It's crazy. Brothers killing each other over colors, over gang signs, over blocks is not yours.
Right.
Over color. Damn, I can't wear red in some places. Can't wear blue some places. It's ridiculous.
Right.
God did not want that for us. And on top of that, Esau oppressing you too. So you're trying to oppress brothers and sisters amongst where you live, while Esau is pressing the hell out of everybody.
Right.
It makes no sense. Come into this truth and learn what you're supposed to be doing under command of Yahanna. Understand?
Right.
All right. Keep going, brother.
Khan, verse 4. Thou shalt not muzzle the ox when he treadeth out the corn.
Keep going.
I
don't know. So, hey, look, these are laws. And sometimes the Lord just put laws in his Bible. The scriptures go in there, which, you shouldn't put a muzzle on our ox. I don't know, bro. We gonna keep reading.
So like, if I may, it's almost like not to punish the ox for doing what the ox was, like a normal oxy move.
That's what he does, I mean.
I guess he's gonna do that, so not.
Ox is gonna do what ox is gonna do.
Keep
going. He's verse 5.
So like verse 5. If brethren dwell together, and one of them die, and he have no child, the wife of the dead shall not marry without unto a stranger.
So if brethren dwell, y'all together and live amongst each other in Israel, like we always do. But one of the brothers that you are married, and one brother dies and have no child, and the wife of the dead shall not marry without. She's not going to a stranger.
Right.
She shouldn't go outside of different lands we lived in. Some lands was Judah, some lands were Ephraim. We have different lands among each other, all the seven tribes. And so, a stranger, if you're married to a woman and he dies, you don't go outside that and marry. Don't go outside of Israel, your nation, and marry someone else. Don't marry a stranger of a strange nation that you don't know. Don't go outside and marry that. Right. Instead, we're gonna go and say what you should do.
Khan. Her husband's brother.
Who?
Her husband's brother.
That brother-in-law that you don't like, you understand? That brother-in-law, you like, I can't stand your brother. Right. You know what?
Salakia, sir. Shall go in unto her and take her to him to wife, and perform the duty of an husband's brother unto her.
Let that marinate. Let that sit in. Think of your brother-in-law. Sisters, think of your brother-in-law.
Perform the duty.
You got to go and perform a duty. What is the duty he's talking about? Come on, bro. Come on. What is the duty you're talking about? Go ahead, brother.
If I may, intercourse.
Intercourse. That brother was good.
Intercourse.
He read the right word. He said intercourse.
He didn't want to sound so like he didn't want to sound like Jesse Jackson. He didn't want to sound like Jesse Jackson.
Right. That brother-in-law of yours, if your husband dies and you have no children, it's that brother-in-law to go unto her and have the duty of pleasing that duty. Salaki, I'm sorry. He has the duty to go unto her. Keep going, brother.
I have a question, if I may. In terms of applying this scripture to today, if a brother, let's say a brother in the school, God forbid, he passed away and he has a rib,
right?
Is it the obligation of the brothers in the school to take her to wife?
What does scripture say?
Seems so. So
brother can do that. And that's essentially what we're doing, because once you come into this like I.S.U.P.K, your blood brother may not be into the school.
Right.
You understand? So we are brothers and sisters into the school. So if a sister's husband does pass away, that brother steps up in I.S.U.P.K and courts that sister. But again, when we get counsel, if that happens, sister, and you want to marry and things like that, it's better to get counsel. You can understand that what you should do. Counsel, count leader, whatever case may be, but get that counsel.
But also, Slavic, if I could, like they explain it, like they give the reasoning why.
We gonna get into
it. They already said like they already get like their disclaimer first, like you understand like that rib and that couple not producing child. You understand? So yes, you understand, like we joke, you know what I'm saying, say like, you know, perform the duties, it's your duty to please that booty. You understand? But scripturally, it's more to that.
Right.
It's a lot more. So it's not just, you know what I'm saying, to have intercourse. It's not for her just so that she won't be alone.
Right.
It's more to that scripture. You know what I'm saying? We want to see more about that. It's a lot.
We're gonna bring it out. It's gonna come in. Keep going.
Verse 6. And it shall be that the firstborn which she beareth shall succeed in the name of his brother which is dead, that his name be not put out of Israel.
That's right. So this is the reason why we do this. Now back then, your name is important. Even today, our name is important. So if you have a brother who has no children and he dies, we don't want his name to go amongst Israel, right? To go without. So that's why I say this is his duty to go into his sister-in-law and have that baby and to name that kid after the brother who passed away. We keep these things going. Now there was a brother in the scripture who didn't do that. And right, pull that precept. I think I had it. Give me 1 second. Yeah, there's a precept.
Like I think you're looking for drop the seed.
Right. Genesis 38, 9 through 10. Give me Genesis. Start at verse 9. Should be good about the shot. Genesis 38, verse 9. Come. Now this is a brother who fell into this category, and he was supposed to go into her and have this baby. But we're gonna read and see what happens. All right. Go ahead and read from brother.
Come. The book of Genesis, chapter 38, verse 9. And Onan knew that the seed should not be his. And it came to pass when he went into his brother's wife that he
go up a little further. Give me some context. Go up a little further, please. Go up to where it says who he is and what happens to her husband died. Give me 2 verses up. Give me 2 verses up.
Verse 12 or verse 11?
Go 11.
Okay. Come, the book of Genesis, chapter 38, verse 11. Then said Judah to Tamar, his daughter-in-law.
Hold on, Salaki. Let's go up. If we could, actually, let's start at, let's give context if we could, sir.
Yeah.
Let's start at verse 6, actually.
6, all right.
The book of Genesis, chapter 38, verse 6. And Judah took a wife for his firstborn,
right,
whose name was Tamar. Verse 7. And Judah's firstborn, was wicked in the sight of the Lord.
Keep going.
And the Lord slew him.
Keep going.
Verse 8. And Judah said unto Onan, Go into thy brother's wife and marry her, and raise up seed to thy brother.
He was told to go into and raise up seed for that brother.
Right.
Because that brother was no longer with him.
Right.
So this was one of the laws that we're supposed to go by. He's supposed to take him up. His brother passed away. He's supposed to go take seed, take the wife, and raise up seed for his brother. You know what I'm saying? To keep his name going on. Okay, bro?
Salaki, sir, if I may, I just find this quite interesting because you know how a lot of Christians say that the law didn't exist before Moses.
Right.
You see here, far before Moses, the law of the brother is being stated by Judah and his son, and then you get it written in Deuteronomy that we're reading in chapter 25.
And that's only because we always had the law.
Always.
Lord always gave us the law. Because if you even go back to the beginning of the scripture with Cain and Abel,
right,
bringing gifts in. How did he even know what to bring? As
That's
well?
right.
How did they know? Because his father taught him that.
That's right.
His father was Adam's job was to go forth and teach all the laws, statutes, and commandments, and he got it from the Lord. That's why them brothers understood what was a good gift, what was a bad, offering, and what was a bad offering.
Right.
You understand? So when he brought the bad offering, it wasn't like the brother didn't know. Cain knew what to bring.
That's right.
He just chose not to do it.
That's right.
So he disobeyed the Lord.
Right.
The Lord just said, just go give me something else. I'm not going to accept this. Go give me what you're supposed to do. Brother was into his feelings and didn't want to do that. That thing took place. So allude to what you're saying, the law has always been there.
Right.
It's just Moses came to write it down.
That's
But
right.
even that, it was passed on by word of mouth.
That's right.
You always knew. Black people pass things by word of mouth all the time. Your family tell tales, and they tell tales, and come back to you, and you retell it. That's what we've always done. That's one of our traditions. We just talk it out.
Right.
Pass it on.
And so like it, sir, if I could, because that word of mouth, that Christianity, by word of mouth, has taught us wrong.
Right.
You understand? Right. Whenever we heard about Cain, Abel, you understand, and with those offerings, we read it, and when the pastors were teaching us, pastors taught us that Abel was a shepherd, and Cain was a farmer. Right? So now, because Christianity, we were taught that, okay, well, since Cain is a farmer, the only thing he knows to sacrifice and to give is vegetables and fruit. Lies. You understand? That's what we know. That's what we're taught. But then we're wondering, like, well, if that's all he knows and that's what he sacrifices, why would the Lord be upset? Why would the Lord not accept it in the first place? Because that's all he knows to do. But really, he already knew what to do.
Right.
He knew because he was taught the law. He was taught by his father. You understand? So that's just some of the things that Christianity does not teach us.
Right.
Right. That's why we keep getting left in the dark. Keep going in circles of being lost. Right. So I'm like,
good. Don't be Cain, man. Don't sit there and know the truth and don't utilize it. Right. Don't sit there and know the law, statutes, commandments and don't do it.
Right.
Because you will start to envy your brother.
Right.
You will start to kill your brother. Because all of it, you follow all of it. Lies.
Right.
And then when you follow these lies, you start killing one another. So getting back to that, so we always knew the law, so you're absolutely right. And what we have?
Salaki in Genesis.
Oh, Genesis, keep going, brother. So at this point, this brother is supposed to go into his sister-in-law and raise up seed in remembrance of his brother.
Right.
Go ahead, brother.
The book of Genesis, chapter 38, verse 9.
Mm-hmm.
And Onan knew that the seed should not be his.
Mm-hmm.
And it came to pass when he went into his brother's wife.
So right there, the brother knew what he's supposed to do. He knew the law.
Right.
He knew what he's supposed to do because he's an Israelite. So he knew what he was supposed to do and have this brother and have this baby. But what he does, keep going.
well, it's like it, but good. So now when we see this part, so now he knew that it should not be his.
Mm-hmm.
What does that say?
Because he having a baby, it's gonna be his. But what is it for?
You know what I mean, Paul?
It's like y'all going back to what he said, for the name will be their brothers. So you do that, the son will be the dead.
Right. So essentially, he's bringing them back. Right? Bringing them back. So now this is part of reincarnation.
Right.
See, so now he's following the law. That's the purpose of law, to help keep our people in the truth, bring them back. So now he knows that it should not be his, right? He's going to bring him back. Keep reading, if I could.
Yeah, go ahead.
Keep reading.
Con one con. The book of Genesis, chapter 38, verse 9 again reads, when he went into his brother's wife, that he spilled it on the ground.
He did what?
That he spilled it on the ground,
Okay.
lest that he should give seed to his brother.
So this boy did a wicked act. Instead of going ahead and have, raise seed up to his brother, he took and put it on the ground. I'm trying to be as not as graphic as possible. Go ahead, brother. There you go, he done said it. As meek as I was trying to be, this brother just came out and said, pull out king. The brother pulled it out and keep reading, brother.
Come on one con, lest that he should give seed to his brother.
Mm-hmm. He didn't want to give seed to his brother.
Right.
Verse 10. And the thing which he did displease the Lord, wherefore Therefore, he slew him also.
This pleased the Lord, and the Lord killed him. He disobeyed the laws that he understood. He disobeyed he didn't even give consent to the fact that his brother was coming being raised back through, as Hadar said, regeneration. He didn't care. He did it for pleasure.
Right.
He used his sister.
Right.
Went unto her, made his filthy little self, was happy, got physically, settled with it, and then pulled out and placed the seed on the ground. And the Lord said that he was displeased with that, and he killed that.
Right.
He killed that. These are laws that we know. That brother was supposed to go ahead and go into his woman, have that baby, so his brother could come back, name after his brother, so his brother's name would live on throughout Israel.
Right.
He refused to do it. And the Lord said, you know what? That was a wicked act he did, and he killed that brother.
That's right.
These are laws. Go ahead, bro.
It's like if I could. Not only did he disobey the law, he disobeyed the law of the Most High, but you always hear, especially in today's time, right now, like I.S.U.P.K doesn't love their women. The Bible doesn't support women. It's so misogynistic, except for the bar. You know what I'm saying? Except for them. But you see how the Most High took care of the woman, who was abused by another man.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Right. This woman, whoever she was, followed the law.
Right.
She followed the Most High. She did right by the Most High. Another man came in and did wrong by her.
Right.
Look what the Most High did.
That should mean something to you. Sisters and brothers.
Man, look at that.
Don't matter what the Lord. Don't matter what you think. Do what the Lord tells you to do. If you do what the Lord tells you to do, no matter what people are doing out in the world, no matter what people are doing next to you, you do what thus said the Lord. You do that, He got your back. He has your back. Right. The woman always talking about the Messiah, but they don't read these parts of the laws. They don't read the things that the Lord has done for these women. Besides, also giving you a man, a righteous brother. That's something that a sister can respect.
Right.
The Lord looks out for his women. But when you want to be on your own program and do your own thing, now, it'll seem like he don't look out for you. No, it's just that you're going over him, superseding him, and doing what you want to do. And now it seems like it's bad. Because right now, it turns out every woman I know are leaving their men because they want to be happy, and then they're never happy.
Right.
I mean, Sierra and Tina Mari, and the list goes on and on about sisters right now who just leave their husbands because they want to be happy. So yet the first thing y'all yell is misogynistic.
Right.
But the brother's trying to be there for you.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So let the brother be a man for you.
That's
follow his lead. What the brother gonna do. But nevertheless, whatever he does or don't do, you follow the Lord. You do what God tells you to do, and He'll go to bat for you. All right?
Right.
Any questions so far? Anybody got a question? Because I know that can be a little complicated, that whole thing we just did. Sisters, any questions? You gotta think about that brother-in-law. Y'all think about that? Think about your brother-in-law. All right, I understand. All right, no question. I understand. Keep going, brother.
Khan. This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 25 and verse 7 in the English. And if the man like not to take his brother's wife, then let his brother's wife go up to the gate unto the elders and say, my husband's brother refuseth to raise up unto his brother a name in Israel. He will not perform the duty of my husband's brother.
Now that brother-in-law, he said, nope. I don't want to do it. I don't want to do it. Now this sister got to bring him up to the elders of the court. Got to bring him up to the commandant general Yahanna. Got to bring him up to the captains. Bring them to General Hyman, which I don't advise you to do. But hey, now he has to go in front and get some counseling.
Right.
So why you don't want to go to follow the king's law or the Lord's laws on your brother's death? You don't want to follow his law. So why do you, being an Israelite, do not want to follow this law that we have? This is what she has to go up and explain to him. And he has to go up the bat and tell the generals why, he don't want to do this. All right, next 7 verses in the Hebrew.
I'll read them.
Okay.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 25, verse 8 in Hebrew. Wakora, Lawa, Zaquanya, Ayara, Wa the Barwa, Al Yaya, so like Al Yawa, Wa Ahmad, Wa Amar, Wa Papa Tazatha, Papa Tazataya, Wa Kaka, verse 9. Wa Nagasha, Wa Bamakwa, Al Yawa, Wa Ayanya, Hazakwanya, Kautaza, Na'awa, Na'al, Magawa, Wayaraka, Wapanyawa, Wayanata, Wayamara, Kaka, Yayasha, La'ayash, Ashar, La'az, Yabana, Baya, Akiwa. Verse 10. Wanakwarwa, Shamwa, Bayasha'ala, Baya, Kawataza, Hana'al. Verse 11. Kaya, Yanatazawa, Anashim, Yakadwa, Ayash, Wa'akiwa, Wakaraba, Ashah, Ha'akad, Baha Tazayal, Ayasha, Mayad, Makawa, Ashalaka, Yada, Waha Kazakya, Waha Kazakya, Bama Bashawa, verse 12. Wakwa Tazatha, Kapa, La'a, Lakawas, Ayamsha, verse 13. La'a, Yahaya, Laka, Makasap, Makasapka, Aban, Wa'aban, Gadawala, Wakwatana, and verse 14, La'a, Yahaya, Lakas, Baba Yapka, Ayapa, Ayapa, Gadawala, Wakwatana.
All right, sign of Christ, clap it up. All right, go back to verse 8. In English.
Khan. This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 25 and verse 8 in the English. Then the elders of the city shall call him and speak unto him. And if he stand to it and say, I will not take her.
He coming to Yahanna Muhammad, and he's saying, hey, I don't want to do this. I know the law says this, but I don't want to do this. Keep reading.
Khan. Verse 9. Then shall his brother's wife come unto him in the presence of the elders, and loose his shoe from off his foot,
Keep going.
and spit in his face, and shall answer and say, so shall it be done unto that man that will not build up his brother's house.
Man, what is the worst form of disrespect? Now you said the lowest form of disrespect is somebody taking the shoe off and spitting in your face. You understand? I'm not sure if you remember. Was it President Bush? No, President Bush, right? Yep. He went to the foreign country, Iran, and they took the shoe off and threw it at him. That was a form of disrespect. They hated him. Now, what we're saying here also is that you're going to take the shoe off. Not only are we going to throw the shoe at you, we're going to spit in your face. Now, I know black people, oh, no. You can do whatever you want, but you can't my face. Just where you get it from. Because we already know in our spirit, that is a form of disrespect. You can punch me, but when you spit in my face, you liable to get killed. You might murder you. And throw a shoe. I don't even care about the shoe.
I don't give a damn.
I don't care.
I care about the shoe.
I don't care about the shoe.
I care about the shoe, man. Because, hey, so like I said, we talk about it in the desert.
In the devil, yeah.
He's throwing those stinking shoes at me. And then
Sandals.
you spit in my face.
And you spit in my face. It's time to fight, man. Them be fighting words. Fighting spit. Yeah, we gonna fight. I'm not gonna kill you. You spit in my face.
It's lucky. This shows right here, right, that the law is more important than your feelings.
That's right. That's feelings.
Because whoever the brother is, right, does not want to get with his sister for the greater good, to help to live, you know what I'm saying, to help
Bring his brother back.
Bring his brother back to keep his name alive.
Jesus.
But instead, he's like, no, I don't want to be with this sister because this sister doesn't make me happy.
Yeah.
This sister might have been a dragon and everything. I don't want to deal with it.
This is the big thing because he's going up the ranks.
Right.
He's going up the ranks to get this shit off. He's like, nah, I don't want to do it. So she's gonna take her shoe off and spit his door at him and spit in his face.
Man.
Keep going, brother.
Khan Adawan Khan. Salakia. Verse 10. And his name shall be called in Israel, the house of him that hath shoe loose.
Look, now I wish I could.
That had his shoe loose.
I wish I could see that all together how it would be. You know how you said in brother Ham Young Shema. What does that mean? That mean the house of shoe loose. It's got to be a phrase in Hebrew that goes to this. But this brother's name is going to be him. That what?
Salakia. And his name shall be called in Israel, the house of him that hath his shoe loose.
That's a horrible thing to be recognized as. That they spit in your face and throw a shoe at you. That's one of the things that you're going to be known by throughout all Israel. So that is a mark on you, thinking all Israel going to know you that brother that they want to raise up seed to your brother. You that, so all the females, all the sisters, they're going to holler at him like, nah, nigga, I ain't got nothing to do with you. You would have me got a shoe loose. That's who you are. So it's going to be a stain on this brother. Right. And nobody want to deal with him all throughout Israel. That's just how serious this thing is in these laws.
Go ahead. I really pronounce it.
Oh, here we go. Hebrew man.
Is Bayal Kalatazar Hana'al.
Say it again.
Bayal Kalatazar Hana'al.
There you go. Your name will be known as. Say it loud.
Bayal Kalatazar Hana'al.
Nigga with no shoes and spit in your face. That's what you're gonna be known as. And nobody is gonna want to deal with you. You've been marked for a while. You've been a marked man. Understand? All right, keep going.
Khan Adawan Khan. Verse 11. When men strive together one with another, and the wife of the one draweth near for to deliver her husband out of the hand of him
These are two
that
men.
smiteth him.
These are two men fighting. Sisters, I want y'all to pay very close attention to this. These are two men fighting, bubbling and tussling. And then the sister did what? She did what? The wife of one of them.
And the wife of the one draweth near for to deliver her husband out of the hand of him that smiteth him.
So now y'all here fighting. Your rib side, hey, that's my man. And she goes over there, get off my man. And she put her hands on his brother. Keep going.
And put forth her hand and taketh him by the secrets.
Hold up. Hold up. The plot just got thicker.
They falling out.
Man, we see this all the time. That's why I told Real. This class is gonna be for y'all. You're gonna find out what's gonna happen to you. You put your hands on me, man. You put your hands on somebody.
Go ahead. This isn't just you know what I'm saying, like your wife trying to help you out of fight. You know what I'm saying? Because the thing is, they're saying, right, there's a certain way that she does this.
She gonna do it
to help you get out the fight.
She put hands on the secret part. You might know what the secret part is? Go ahead, sis. Let me let you go with this.
His growing area.
Your growing area. Oh, she, you know, she's trying to keep us on air. Right. She's trying to get us not to be canceled on YouTube. She wanted to put hands on his secret parts, meaning his growing area. This man cojones. That's what she do. Get out my man. She comes to put her. I don't know why sisters are. That's sister's go-to spot. That's sister's go-to spot for a man. They sit there, go grab his body and gonads, whatever, to get him off.
How did you know?
That's a weakness. That's a weakness. We understand. Right. So this is what this sister happens. Keep reading.
Con out of one con.
If you do this, sister, this is what's gonna happen.
Then, verse 12. Then thou shalt cut off her hand. Thine eye shall not pity her.
And everybody look at it. Look, you do that, your hands gonna be cut off. Rightfully so.
Now, Salagi, if I could.
Now I'm sure the man that can get his ass whooped is gonna be happy, but go ahead, brother. I'm sorry.
But no, Salagi, sir. I mean, here's the question for the sisters, right? So now, like, your man is losing the fight. You love your man. Your man's losing the fight. You want to see him get embarrassed, right? And so now you're gonna grab this other man by like a very known weakness. What is wrong with this? Like, because you're trying to help your man out. What's so wrong about this now? What the Bible says that you should have your hand cut off. Why?
Go back to what we was talking about before, perhaps.
I would say because she shouldn't be touching another man's area like that.
Give me that one too. That's
well, why not? I mean, why not? I mean,
well, because that's how he produced kids. I mean, she shouldn't injure that part of the body.
Right.
Okay,
Because
cool.
what will happen to him if he injured that part of the body?
He wouldn't be able to produce any more seed, kids and whatnot.
That's true, but remember our class we were going a couple days ago, coming into Israel.
Oh, he would have to be put outside.
He can be put outside.
Yeah.
Give a hand. Right. Sister, remember, scriptures back, a couple verses back to where if a man's groin is cut off or damaged, they have to be put outside the camp. So this is a very serious deal. I guess the Bible didn't say, like your brother said, y'all may not help a man. Because believe me, don't get my ass whooped. Help me, nigga. Help me, nigga.
But also,
just don't put the hand on the groin.
But also, sir, you have to be careful about this, right? Because this could also be excuse. It can also be an excuse for a woman to do something.
Nah, that's not an excuse. That's
what I'm saying. A woman might try to use it for an excuse.
Nah, it's not an excuse for that. There's no excuse for putting your hands on a man's secret parts. Back then, that was a detriment because that was very vile to being inside the camp.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, like I said, if I'm getting weak, y'all help me, sister. Hey, baby! Hey, baby! He got me! You got the drop on me, baby. Get him! So help the man! Get to the car.
Right.
So, yes, just do it in the Israelite respectable way. You know what I mean?
Right.
And don't touch the man growing parts. I don't want your man, I don't want your hands on the man's thing anyway. You know, they come back and try to kiss me. No.
Right.
Don't do it. Don't do it. All right, we'll be at. Anybody got any questions on that? Anybody got any questions on that? Go ahead, sis. I'm sure you would have some questions on it. Go ahead.
So if she would have picked his
secrets,
would it have been the same result?
Foot would have been cut off.
That's right.
You cut your foot off. What do you lose? Touch that thing. You don't get cut off.
God, God.
Hope that answers the question. You can be footless or handless. Which one you want to be? Either way, you're gonna be Toby or Head Jamal. Which one you want to be?
Right.
All right. Anybody got any other questions on that? All right, we're gonna move forward. Go ahead.
Con out of one con. Verse 13. Thou shalt not have in thy bag diverse weights, a great and a small.
Keep going.
Thou shalt not have in thine house diverse measures, a great and a small.
What is diverse measures? Now we're going to another rule or law. Diverse measures. Anybody know? No?
Salaki, sir, if I'm not mistaken, this is because back in the day when things were traded and sold, they used scales and measures to determine how much you would have to pay for that product. Right. So if I brought out for Salaki for this weight to measure what he was going to be buying, And then I brought out another measure for you, for instance, that would be the diverse measures and the diverse weights.
That brother been studying. I'm saying that brother been studying. What is an example of that in the New Testament? What was going on that this is so important of diverse measures? Can anybody remember? Go ahead, sister.
Would it have to do with the linen, the clothes?
That's not what I'm going with. You're not wrong.
Okay.
But no, we're not going with that one.
Okay.
Sister, you had, no. Anybody want to give it a shot? In the New Testament, something happened with the diverse measures. It was shown to be taking place, and something happened. Go ahead, brother.
It's like one day when they were trying to tithe and they were doing the flawed tithes. It's like the merchant was selling flawed birds and things for tithe.
And what happened? See me in the right spot. See. You there? You're right around. You're skipping around. You're right on it. Right on it.
Yahanna lost it.
Exactly.
Right.
In the marketplaces. We're going to the Passover. Passover. It was coming in, selling things, selling the products, getting money for tithing, and it was cheating each other. One had weights where if you could put gold on it, if it weighed this much, you get this much money. So they were going to lessen it, so it would be less, and vice versa. It was cheating each other. And Yahanna saw that, sat back and didn't say nothing, and he put together these strands, and he went to whipping people out of the place. Get out of the temple. He went to whipping them. And that's what was going on. That's why it's so important, saying don't have that diverse measures in your houses, because you'll be cheating your brother. Right. And we saw an example of that in the New Testament. Yahanna did that. When they were doing that, Yahanna had to come and get with them and teach them a lesson and whip them out. So damn right. We'll give him that. I'm going to finish this on now. Yeah, oh, good.
I had a question.
Go. Got an answer.
Scripture breakdown.
Scripture breakdown? You got time. We only got time. Go ahead, brother. Oh, no, that one, man. We got to get it to general. Go ahead, brother. Go ahead. You may have it now.
Dealing with our prayer.
Our prayer? Okay.
Yeah. Book of Nehemiah, Christians do speak about they say. Book of Nehemiah, chapter 13, verse 16. 13, verse 16. Nehemiah 13, 16.
You way off topic, okay? But we gonna really? It didn't matter if it was anyway.
You know how they say we don't supposed to do nothing on the Sabbath. We don't supposed to
okay.
Yeah. It's about it have the Tyree. I ain't put time to look at the definition of Tyree. I'm thinking they other dark skinned people. They may not be Israelites, but we in our prayer we say that the inhabitants of Tyree. Right. We pray against them. Right. But in this scripture right here,
let's read it. Okay, let's read it. Let's check it out.
Salaki, sir. This is the book of Nehemiah, chapter 13 and verse 16. There dwelt a man of Tyre also therein, which brought fish and all manner of ware, and sold on the Sabbath unto the children of Judah and in Jerusalem.
Yo, you had this question in that one?
Yeah, come about the Tyre. Those birds, I'm pretty sure they wasn't Israelite.
Right. So this brother here took fish.
What they mean,
And those men there took fish and was trying to sell it to Judah.
On the Sabbath.
On the Sabbath. Was he right for that or was he wrong for that?
You think we just dipped right there within the circle? Well, they're not in the temple. I get there like at a market. So we had a market.
Just think about Tyre. Just think about who was Tyre? You said he was Israelite, right? You saying that Tyre was Israelite?
I don't think they were.
Right, they were. So we dealt with all kind of people. It was the time when I think it was Paul, when they were selling things to our people, and Paul said, I think it was Paul or Peter. Get me right. He came over and said, look, you keep on selling to my people, I'm gonna lay his hands on you. You remember that one? Yeah. Somebody pull that scripture up. Paul said he's gonna lay those hands. You keep selling to my people, I'm gonna lay hands on you. Somewhere in the New Testament, I forget where it was at. But just like the world, we've been spread throughout the four corners of the earth. So we're gonna deal with people like that. Just like the Africans, they think they're dark people. We're not Africans because they look like us. Tyre, we pray against the Tyre people because they're not our people. That's another, I believe it was African people as well, if I'm not mistaken. They were African people, but we dealt in commerce with them all the time, just like we do here in the United States. We all supposed to be Americans, but we're not Americans. We're different. We're Israelites, and they're of the Caucasian descent, or they're of Japanese, Chinese, different descent, and they always sell it to us because our people don't understand that the Sabbath is made for us, and we're not supposed to buy and sell on the Sabbath. This is what was going on at that time. Those people in Tyre was trying to sell things to our brother. Now we don't understand. There's people in Tyre who are actual Israelites who didn't observe the Sabbath. Just like we have people now who don't observe the Sabbath. On the Sabbath day, you go out, you'll see people working on the Sabbath, slaving, selling, all kinds of things on the Sabbath. They're breaking the laws, but they don't know they're breaking the law. Right. Same thing going on over there in Tyre. Some of them may know the law, some of them may not have known the law. But whatever it was, they foregone it, they forewent it, and they started buying and selling, and they started accepting the food. Anybody got a precept?
Like Nehemiah says it.
Nehemiah says it?
He says it later.
Okay.
In that same chapter, in verse 21.
Keep reading. Go down to 21. Matter of fact, I'm gonna have the brother read it. Go down to verse 21. Go down to 21, brother. Good. Next line.
Okay, come. This is the book of Nehemiah, chapter 13, verse 21. Then I testified against them.
Who's Nehemiah? Who's Nehemiah? Was he Israelite?
Yeah, he was Israelite.
He was Israelite. Keep going.
Come. And said unto them.
Unto who? Who's the them?
The inhabitants of Tyre.
Okay, go ahead.
Why lodge ye about the wall?
Why stay over here in this wall? Why be over here chilling, trying to go? Keep going.
Come. If ye do so again, I will lay hands on you.
He didn't say he's gonna pray for him.
Right.
He said, I'm gonna lay hands on you. That's where the Christians go wrong at. Talking about laying hands means you're gonna pray for that brother. Nah. That means lay hands on you. We about to squabble. Right. Because you are breaking the laws of what our God told us to do. Don't come over selling to our people. And why would they sell to the Israelites? Why would they sell to us? Think about today. Why would they sell to us?
How they come to Juneteenth and all these other events that dealing with us.
Not only that, why would they sell to us? Why don't anybody come sell to us? Go ahead, brother. Because we're the major commerce people. We buy everything. We keep the economy moving. Right. You sell to us, we gonna buy everything. We buy the Gucci's, we buy the Louis Vuittons. We keep the joy, we keep all that stuff in the circulation. We buy all the stuff. So they knew who got the money. It's Israelites. It hasn't changed to this day. Go ahead, brother.
It's like I wanted to make all of them make it look good.
If we make it look good.
You have something that you want other people to have.
Exactly. That's why the Africans sell to us to this day. Hey, my brother, you want me, my brother? But they want to sell to us all the time because they know we're going to be the most people who are going to buy the thing. We keep the commerce going. Without us, the economy will die. Just think of Christmas. So, the Christmas. If blacks and Spanish and Native Indians didn't buy on Christmas, we would bankrupt them.
Right.
We would bankrupt this whole economy. Thanksgiving, Halloween, all those things. If you pull black and brown people away from this and we actually start following the laws, we would bankrupt this whole economy. And that's why the people in Tyre understood that. They're like, damn, these people, they got the most economy, so we're going to go sell to them. They're going to buy everything. Right. But Nehemiah was standing strong and say, you know, when you come over and start selling stuff to us again, I obey the laws of the Most High God. We observe the Sabbath. So don't come over and sell to my people. If I catch you over here again, I'm going to lay these hands on you. That's what he was serious about. And that's what it was. That is the question, brother? Yeah, come on. You got the clear one? I'm sorry, correct. Good question. Go ahead, sister.
So like it's we not supposed to buy anything from Sabbath?
No. Buying the Sabbath is for us. You understand? So at that particular time, we understood the law. So we just observed the Sabbath. We wasn't buying or selling. We used to go to Sabbath, praise the Lord, keep it going. Under this oppression, they take that from us. We can't go just like Moses. We wanted to go out there and pray for 3 days. Pharaoh took that from us. So we had to fight against that. Moses fought against that. Same thing now. We're under oppression. We would like to come, if you have a business or a job. I think, brother, you do construction, right? So the Sabbath, he would not, if he had a crew working with you, he would not work that crew. He would not make them do any work, any of that stuff. He would just take the day off and do the things that you need to do. Come, serve the Lord, do your thing. That's what it's all about. But now, in this day and time, in oppression, we can't do that. So brothers gonna sell, brothers gonna work. The Lord said the Sabbath is made for you. And when it says Sabbath is made for you, do all the things that you can do where you couldn't do all the rest of the week. Now the Lord in the kingdom, Lord's kingdom, all the bodies they be cut out. We're not doing anything. We're gonna chill and we're gonna praise the Lord, we're gonna eat, have a good time when the kingdom comes in. So that answer your question? All right, anybody else any questions? You gonna keep moving forward. Right, where we at?
Salakia, sir. I had a question, also Salakia, if I may. Is the buying and selling in terms of the context of robbing people and not just buying and selling, or was it just buying and selling?
Well, the buying and selling is a commerce.
Okay.
Because we dealt with
shit, but the question is rhetorical. Bitch, I'm the one, me cookies with the oil. I'ma get him crackers. Hell, should've never kidnapped my family. I can't just.
We back up. Salakia, is we want to hear Captain Kai, get it in for a second too. But the buying and selling also is commerce. It's not the small buying into like we're gonna go get a sneaker store or something like that. It's commerce where you're actually trading in large quantities. You have a business that you're running, you buy and selling, and you're open for business. That's what the buying and selling is for. It's not made for a little lady down the street who gotta get some food for her family. It's the whole commerce business, big business and big sales. That's what if you put your mindset in that mind frame, now you understand what it's talking about. It's commerce, sales, and buying, trades, things like that. On the stock market, it's trading and buying on the Sabbath service all day long. They making money, big money. That's what we're talking about. All right, keep going.
Salaki, sir. This is the book. This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 25 and verse 15. But thou shalt have a perfect and just weight, a perfect and just measure shalt thou have, that thy days may be lengthened in the land which the Lord thy God giveth thee.
Not only should you have measures in your house to rob one another, the laws that you deal with and how you punish people, how you treat one another, make that measuring stick be righteous.
Right.
Righteous judge a brother, righteous judge a sister, and don't have that indignation for that brother or sister. You know what I'm saying? You have one son and one sister do something to you, it's okay, but another sister do the same thing, you want to slap her with the highest charge. You don't want to do that. You want to have a measure between all of your people you deal with, a righteous measure. All right, have a righteous measurement. That way, your days upon the earth will be long, and the Lord will be satisfied in what you're doing and how you're treating one another, and you will live a long life. Brothers, you had the brotherhood class. Yeah. Have brothers with your brother and sister, man. Look at that brother and help that brother. Don't, if he's down and out, don't kick him. Right. Help that brother. Right. Help that sister. Sister, you got a sister who's going through problems? Help them out. You would help anybody else out. Help them out. So judge it in the right way. Stop it. Judge your sister's right. I don't know what's in your heart, but I rebuke you in the name of Jesus.
And your days will be lengthened, right? Because nobody's going to feel the need to kill you.
Right.
Nobody's going to want to kill you because you deal with them justly.
Deal with them justly.
You understand? Like, you're not robbing them. So like people can trust you. You understand? They can trust you as a businessman. They trust you as a businesswoman. You understand? They know that you're going to handle them righteously. Nobody's going to feel the need that you took their life. You know what I'm saying? You took their money. Now they want to take something from you.
Right.
Happens all the time in Judah. All over Israel. Keep going.
Verse 16. For all that do such things and all that do unrighteously are an abomination unto the Lord thy God.
And add to that is an abomination to the Lord. You don't judge it for it.
Right.
So you ain't getting away with nothing you do. Right. The Lord is seeing it. It's an abomination. And instead of your life being lengthening, your life will be cut short.
Right.
I don't know about you, but I love my life. I want to live to see kids get older. I want to get a rightful old age. And I want to serve the Lord. I don't want to be cut short. Right. Brothers and sisters who died at early age and those being shot by stray bullets, being killed by the police, those are not righteous deaths. It's not. Those are sinful deaths because they've been doing unrighteous things. So I don't want to be known as that. Do wise by the Lord, so he won't have indignation for you. He have righteousness for you, love for you. That's what you want to be. Keep going.
Khan Adawan, Salaki. Khan Adawan Khan. Verse 17. Remember what Amalek did unto thee by the way, when ye were come forth out of Egypt. Verse 18. How he met thee by the way, and smote the hindmost of thee, even all that were feeble behind thee, when thou, Salaki, when thou wast faint and weary.
Salaki. Well, good. Real quick, does anybody know who is Amalek? Has anybody heard of it? Amalek. Amalek.
These are the Jewish people today.
Right. Amalek is who the Jewish man is today.
The Jewish man.
The Jewish man. All right. Okay. Now, just real quick. Now you see. Remember what he did. Don't forget. Right. And
What
how
did he do?
said,
What did he do?
He said how he smote the hindmost, even from what? From behind.
That's what he did. Anybody remember that story? Go ahead, sis. Go ahead, sis.
They killed the old people and the children, people that
Coming out of
were in the
Egypt.
back.
Coming out of Egypt.
Yeah,
And what happened to people? I'm sorry, Slide.
Right.
then they killed kids.
Well, I'm going to elaborate on
They
it.
killed the feeble. They killed the old. Right. They killed the slow. So now, real quick, think of the animal kingdom. Think of the animal kingdom, right? Now think of an animal that's going to attack from behind. Think of an animal that's going to sneak up behind you. It's not going to attack you straight up. What kind of animal is that? Go ahead.
A lion?
Nope.
Oh, were you looking for a predator?
Yeah, what kind of predator is going to sneak up on you and try to attack you from behind? Now, a lion is very big and ferocious, so it knows it can just come right at you. It's going to come right at you, regardless. Think of a predator that gets its food by sneaking up from behind, by attacking that way. Go ahead.
Like I wanted to make a snake.
Yes, a snake. A snake, right? A snake or a serpent. Right? So that's what Amalek did. Okay, Amalek is a coward. He attacks from behind. Okay, similar to the animal kingdom. Right? Snakes are very dangerous. Right? But they never attack you from the front. They always have to wait for you. They have to sneak up on you. You understand? And that's how Amalek is. That's his spirit. He's going to attack you from behind. Right? Even like in today's time, he wants to build up a case on you. He's just going to let things ride. And then out of nowhere, he's going to sneak up on you. You understand? And then do things.
That's right.
Things like what's going on to our people with the water in Flint. You understand? With the police department, with the music industry. Everything he does, he sneaks up from behind you. So you're not aware of what's going on.
That's right.
You see what I'm saying? It's right here in the Bible. It's right here. The answer was right here. What's been going on to our people was right here in your hands the whole time. And Amalek knew that.
Right.
Amalek knew that, but Amalek told you something else. See what I'm saying? This is what's so heavy about the I.S.U.P.K. I.S.U.P.K. is not going to break down scriptures like this. The church is not, it's like only the I.S.U.P.K. is going to do this. The church is not going to tell you this kind of information. The church is just here to entertain you. You understand? And keep you blind, just keep you dancing. That's it. All right? So like,
Nah, just elaborate on this, brother. Clap it up for him. Just elaborate on what you're saying is, look at the music industry. We'll give you this. We'll give you that. We give you cars. We'll put up all the money for the videos.
right?
We'll give you the cars, the money, all that. But in behind, you will never get your records. You will never get your masters. You'll never get this. So now you find yourself, you wonder why everybody's still doing, Smokey Robinson still doing concerts. All these old people still doing concerts. Because in New Edition, which I love New Edition, they're doing this concert because they have to get paid. They are broke. They don't own nothing.
Right.
And the Amalekites, they knew this. That's why they're sneaky individuals. And we was coming out of Egypt, we put, as a military tactic, we put all our weak, enabled, and illest women and children in the back. And he knew this. And what he did, he attacked our people from behind. Killed our women and children, our old. Killed them from behind. He couldn't face us man to man. Lord tell us, my forehead will be stronger than your forehead. We'll fight you straight up. We'll come at you straight up. Esau, Amalek, they're going to get you straight up. Right. They're cowards. Right. They're not strong as us. They're not as intelligent as us. We are far better than them. So why are we so far behind them? Because we don't follow these laws. We don't read the scriptures and follow it. That's why we're so frail and feeble. Right. We can't stand up against them because we don't have the power to. Because the Lord stripped our power. Because we want to say, I want to be Ramadan. I want to be a Muslim. I want to be all these different things instead of saying, damn it, I'm an Israelite. That's who I am. And I follow my laws, statutes, and commandments. Once you do that, you become strict. And they can never attack you from behind. Because you know who's behind you? Your father. Right. So the father's blocking you. You got to come to the front. Now I see every move you make. You follow this Bible, you see every move any of your enemies make. Because it's right here in the scriptures. Right. You just got to come to class and understand what it is and listen to the breakdowns and to prepare you for life. You will never be surprised by Amalekites again. Amalek will never surprise you because you understand the scriptures. As I came into this truth and started understanding the scriptures, I was wondering why they did some things and why I couldn't do this. Now I know why. And they can never do it to me again. I know the ways of my enemy. Because I don't see him as my equal, my counterpart, my people. I look at him as what he is. He's an enemy towards me. He wants something from me. Now I understand what you want. Now let's deal. Right. And that's how you gotta play it. Damn good point. Keep going.
Khan Adawan Khan. And he feared not God.
He didn't fear the Most High God. Just like today. They don't fear God at all. The Amalekite people claim to go to a holy cause and know how it is to be defeated and oppressed, but they still oppress us. Constantly. They don't give a damn. They don't fear the Lord's children. They don't fear God. He go.
Khan.
So like if I could, just real quick, when you've heard the cliche, oh man, they don't call me, I've been called everything except for what? Now you know why. Now you know why. You've been called everything, like Osiris Christ. You've been called everything except for a child of God. Now you know why. Because if you are called a child of God, you're going to remember. You're going to remember who's your high power. You're going to remember who you serve. And also, you're going to remember who fights for you. Right. You're going to remember who fights for you and who also wants to have you ruling in righteousness. You're going to remember that. You're going to remember the crimes that they did to you, your ancestors, your people.
Keep reading. Finish it out.
Khan Adawan Khan. Last verse. Therefore, it shall be when the Lord thy God has given thee rest from all thine enemies round about.
Right now, you're not in your rest. Don't get comfortable. Don't get complacent. You're not in your rest right now, bro. Sisters, you're not in your rest. Beware of your surroundings. Beware what the enemy wants to do to you. Lord said, this is not your time to sit back and slack off. This is not your time to say, you know what, I'm not going to the Passover. This is not the time. This is the time to fight to go to that Passover because this is not our rest. You need to go and get rejuvenated with all the brothers around the whole world who's coming to the Passover and all the sisters get together so you can rejuvenate yourself, revitalize yourself, and see what the Lord is doing. Because you can't actually see what the Lord is doing with Israel until you all come together. See how big you've got. See how powerful you've got. Once you see that, you say, you know what? The Lord is with us, man. I see this now. I can only see from classes and see a couple of brothers here. Because you think about it. Israel is big, but we're small. Or we're small, but we're big. You might have a few classes here, a couple of people come, a few classes in Texas, a few people come in Florida. But when you collectively come together, you're going to think, damn, this is a nation. Water and the Most High God. Because now I see what Commander Yahanna has done with the talent that the Lord has left him. So this is not our rest. Keep fighting, brothers and sisters. Keep fighting. Keep going.
Khan Adawan Khan. In the land which the Lord thy God giveth thee for an inheritance to possess it, that thou shalt blot out the remembrance of Amalek.
Read that again.
That thou shalt blot out the remembrance of Amalek from under heaven. Thou shalt not forget it.
There's going to be a time with Amalekite your oppressor is not going to be on the earth again.
Right.
He's going to be eradicated.
Right.
And he said, you're going to not forget it, which means there are going to be pictures of a man with a suitcase, in a suit with a tie. And they're going to say, who's that, Daddy? Who's that man right there? That's the man that ran us. Nah. That man right there, yeah. That man had us in captivity, beating us, making us go through all this. And your child going to say, how in the hell you going to let this man look like that beat you? And we're going to say, yeah, he had the whole world on lock. Our kids will never know who that white man is, that Amalekite man is, because God is going to eradicate him under the sun. We're not going to forget it, because they're going to be history books of saying this was done to us by these type of people. Right. And they're going to be pictures like we have, like they have on all their pictures and walls and artifacts. We're going to have that. Say, this man that did it to us. Don't forget that. And your kids are not going to believe who it was that ran us. That's right. That's a lot. But they'll never be under the sun again. They will never do it to us again. So remember that. God loves you so much, he's going to eradicate your oppressor who's always been oppressing you from under the sun. Give the Most High a hand. All right, now we leave it that. I'm not saying this. It ain't come from my words, but all the YouTubers out there and the Facebook people listening on, these ain't my words. This is the Bible. Right, Old Testament, New Testament. You can find the New Testament and tell you where the Lord's going to get rid of all Amalekites. It's all old as new. New and old. It's all the same. Right. So don't believe my words. Go into these scriptures and read them for yourself. Right. Do we have any other questions? We'll get ready to close it out. Any questions or any comments y'all want to say? Any comments? Any questions? All right. None? Not at all? It's your chance to get it up your chest. Call the white man? No, sorry. It's like, all right. All right, with that being said, we're going to go ahead and start closing up. We're going to say the prayers and we're going to conclude the Sabbath service. All right, clap it up.
La Yasharal.
Israel, Amazon. Stand.
I'm talking on me to face the east. It's the Lord's Prayer in the Hebrew. Abanawa. Shabbat Shemayim. Kodash. Hayah. Shemka. Yahweh. Lachaka. Tabah. Saika. Aisha. Ba'aratza. Kawah. Hayah. Shemayim. Latan. Lanawa. Lakam. Cow. Yawam. Wasalaknawa. Kabawasnawa. Kasalaknawa. Kabawasnawa. Wala. Kabayana. Banasaya 1. The ball. Habashayana. Ayan. Rad. Ayan. Laka. Amalakwa. Wala'al. Watapara. I love you. Aman.
The Lord's Prayer in English. Our Father.
Our Father.
Which art in heaven.
Which art in heaven.
Hallowed be thy name.
Hallowed be thy name.
Thy kingdom come.
Thy kingdom come.
Thy will be done.
Thy will be done.
In earth. As it is in heaven.
As it is in heaven.
Give us this day.
Give us this day.
Our daily bread.
Our daily bread.
Give us our debts.
Forgive us our debts.
Forgive our debtors.
As we forgive our debtors.
Lead us not into temptation.
Lead us not into temptation.
Deliver us from evil.
But deliver us from evil.
Kingdom.
Thine is the kingdom.
And the power.
And the power.
The glory.
And the glory.
Forever.
So be.
Sarge, it's your turn. Shadi, if you're seated. All right. That will pass it. Pass to the Christian officer 550. 500. Good shot. True shot. Officer shot.
Shalom Israel. These are the I.S.U.P.K security announcements. We are the I.S.U.P.K, start out of 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York. Rule for new brother and sister. When a new brother or sister comes into the school, they are off limits for 6 months. They are to be saluted only. They are here to shed themselves of the world. If they transportation, the teacher will arrange it. After 6 months, if a brother or sister has an interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak to a brother or sister. There is another 6 months in which the brother and sister will court each other. After this 6 months period, the brother and sister will get permission from the head to marry. Tithe, which is a commandment. The book of Numbers, chapter 18, verse 21, and the book of Malachi, chapter 3, verse 8 through 10, means 10th in the Hebrew, my Ashra. 10% of every penny of any increase the Lord gives you. Give to the treasury department or teacher. Priest fund, free will offering for priests, not mandatory. Whatsoever amount you would like. Upcoming Holy Convocation, April 1st in Raleigh, North Carolina. We will be hosting the 54th annual Passover, and the following day we'll be hosting the Feast of Unleavened Bread. And we'd like to ask all Israel, this is for you. This is what Most High got for you. Come out and join us to celebrate with us. We'd like to remind Akim and Akwa to check the bulletin board in the hallway. If anyone wants to be a trooper in the school, start wearing all black, boots, shirt, pants, headband, or scarf. And we'd like to ask you to Google the address anytime that you head to the school. And we're right here. This I.S.U.P.K. alignment is 3353 Glenwood Road, Decatur, Georgia. And with that, we'd like to give a courtesy salute to the teacher, men of Israel. Amijam, please stand. Men of Israel, Amijam Shabbat. Amijam, Barak. What I just said in the Hebrew translated to the English, may the Lord bless you. May the Lord, may the Lord bless you in the name of Christ. Yahanna means hands down. SARS, turn to the sisters. Curse salute to the sisters. Amijam means stand. Men of Israel, Amijam Shabbat. Amijam, Barak.
Yahweh Shamar Alatham Ba'Shem Yahushai.
Yahweh Shamar Alatham Ba'Shem Yahushai.
What I just said in the Hebrew translated to the English, may the Lord watch over you in the name of Christ. Yahanna means hands down. Class dismissed.
Now y'all want to be quiet. Right. Up and down, left and right, here and there. You should have seen this man not 24 hours ago. Now we become.
Hey, all right.
I got you.
For so long you've been sighing and crying, begging for justice, and here the Lord is bringing you justice right here to your streets.
CDI.
Man, this kid was not fucking. You